Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another interesting video. This time working on a 2004 Toyota Rav4 ECM. This was sent to me by Clifton from Kentucky. This is your computer. He had actually two modules in here. One, it says that it has the one mark with number 1. It says will not shift into overdrive, computer mark as 1. And then the second one is shifts hard into first and second, computer mark as 2. Right, so those are very common failures, and I tell him I can repair both of the computers. He said, yes, I only need one for my daughter. This is a car that we're given to her. I know Rav4s are better, beautiful cars, so not a problem, and I understand exactly what they're doing. That is a very secure car, very good car, so perfectly for starter, right? Okay, so let me take you over to the screen. All right, so on the screen right now, I have the oscilloscope connected. The computer is on and the solenoid should be working. As we see, I have the snap-on sharing the screen, so we can see it here now on the same computer. And we have the fault. So this is now current data. We have pressure solenoid 8, which is not connected. But we have pressure solenoid B with electrical fault, and that one is connected. So let me show you in the auto capture where I have the solenoid right here. That's the solenoid, the substituted solenoid that I use for all my tests in here, and that it should be working. Let me take you over to the internet because I have these in here. So these are the connections that I usually do for this computer. I have the image, and if I were to show you this onto the iPad, you will see that it's a perfect image, but I guess they don't share too much the notes on the web too clearly. So looking at the way it is, we have a blank spot right in the center, and then we have 2 connectors to the right and 3 connectors to the left. So from the center to the right, we have E7 and then E8. And then to the left, we have E4, E5, and E6. So powers, as I show here, grounds, as I show in the center, and then communication on the right side. Just read what I have in there. Solenoid B, even though it's a little blurry there, is the one with the green color that is in connector E5 pins 14 and 15. And then solenoid A is the pink ones, which are not shown in there, but they are in the image, and pins 18 and 19 on the same connector. So it's just 14, 15, and then 18 and 19. So that's all I need. Just a short commercial. If you have any computers or instrument clusters for repairs, just visit MikeSalazarDiagnostics.com. My name is spelled M-A-I-C and sounds as Mike. And then you can just click either on the white box in here, which is fill this form to send a module. And please make sure that if you fill the form, sign it, because that is the approval for the testing, because otherwise I will wait for your approval on writing, either through an email or so, because it's just the way I like to proceed. If you want to send an email, you can click the black box on the right side. It says click here to email us, or you can chat. If you start a chat and I don't answer, please leave an email so I can respond to you through an email, because obviously you will be no longer in the chat if it's something that is an hour or so, right? I have the shipping address all the way in there. And then if you scroll down, if you're looking at this into the computer, if it's on the phone or an iPad, it's a little different. But if you're in the computer, you will have this same white box in here, which are normal repairs that I do. All right, let's go back to the test and to the repair. I think I covered all the basics in here. So let me go back to the display. So it is not uncommon. So when you have these faults, that the solenoid, the computer will shut down the driver to protect itself. But we need to then reset the fault. So let me go back and one more time. We're going to go over to clear the codes. If is this the case and it's just a problem on the car, this driver should immediately start to work after. And this is a test before repairs that I always do for all the customers, where I reproduce a concern and I show, and I'm going to move this over to solenoid A to see how that one is working, because most of the times, and I would say maybe 99% of the times, it's just the solenoid B, the one that damaged the driver, because it's the one that kicks and it draws a lot more amperage than the solenoid A. But yes, we see we have absolutely no actuation. And that means that the codes are still there and they cannot be erased, which means that we have the problem. So what I'm going to do next is move the same solenoid that I have right now on solenoid B. I'm going to move it into A, and we will see how the fault code should be gone on solenoid 8, and then we'll proceed with the repairs. Or if we don't, and it's still both problems on solenoid A and B, at least I can show that to the customer, do the repairs, and then send it back to them. All right, so let me pause this and move the connections to the next solenoid, and I'll be right back. All right, I move the connections over to the next solenoid just to show you that that is indeed taking place. Hopefully, I mean, it's going to be a little hard to see the wires move, but now they're on the farther edge of that connector. All right, let's go back to the display, and we need to erase the fault because there is no activation. I can see definitely a little difference on the wiring, but that means nothing, right? So let's go over to erase the fault code. So let's clear the codes, and let's keep a look on the left side to make sure that that solenoid comes on. Okay, so yeah, you see that, and that is completely normal. You see how it went on and off? That's the way solenoid A reacts. So that is a test because the car is not running. So the computer will activate it for a second and then turn them off. Solenoid B, on the other hand, it all depends on the transmission that is installed. It could all go completely on all the time, or it can be activated for 60 seconds and then shut off if it's a four-wheel drive. All right, so let's go over to codes. I hope that this is instructive because I'm trying to show this is also a test. If you're a mechanic, that you can run in the car, you can substitute the solenoid with a normal, like a solenoid that I have in here, and you know if the problem is in the computer or in the transmission, right? So that is, I mean, a big hint. This is an IAC valve for a boat, but you can use anything. So let's go over to current codes, and look at right there. So perfect. So what we have right now, only P0778. Solenoid B. Solenoid 8 is gone. So that means, Clifton, that your computer, the driver on solenoid E, solenoid A is good. Sorry, guys, something wrong with my mouth today. Solenoid A is good, but solenoid B is definitely bad. So I'm going to stop the video here, perform the repairs, and then come back, which is going to be just a blink of an eye for you guys. Perform the repairs and do the test again. All right. All right, yes, we're recording. Okay, guys, I finished the repairs. I forgot to mention that Clifton already pre-approved the repairs. I spoken and come. I'm very confident. I opened the computer. They were both not burned, and I know that I can repair it. He's like, yeah, Mike, please go ahead and repair one of the computers. I only need one, and I can keep the other one as a spare and something happen, later on. But I think that's not going to be the case because those are really good computers. But you also have another one. All right, so let me go back to the display as we were before. And let me actually show you now where I'm connected. Hopefully the camera can pick that now the wires are moved on the other side of the black wire that I have here is a ground. But everything is good to go. All right, so let's go back to the display. Let's read the fault codes one more time because this time we should have, well, I have to erase the fault codes, right? So I don't know what I'm doing. So let's erase the fault code because right now we got no activation. Everything is on, ready to go. So let's clear the codes. And we're expecting all this to work very well, which I am pretty confident. Yes, excellent. All right, so that's solenoid V. Now let's read the fault codes. We should have now the fault code on solenoid A because it's not plugged in. But solenoid B should be completely gone. All right, current fault codes. And we have, as I mentioned, P0748 pressure control solenoid A unplugged, but solenoid B is completely gone. All right, so Clifton and all the watching the videos, I hope that you understand how much information I'm actually sharing. Sometimes people don't really see or, I don't know, compute. I hope that is a correct word. How much you can really use what I'm showing you to do tests in the vehicles as well. I'm going to turn this off, I mean, we can see that it's working perfectly, not a problem at all. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to turn the actual power to the computer because it's not in the case. And that actually draws, we're going to lose communication on the scanner because everything is connected to the same output in here. So that is not a problem because, I mean, it's exactly what I did on purpose. Let me disconnect the scanner from the computer so we don't lose that. But yeah, so what I want to show you here, since I got no more power, all right, we can go back to here, is the solenoid that I use for this. So let me unplug this in here. This is just my oscilloscope leads in here, so not a problem. And I have the solenoid connected to the back of that. I want to show you how this solenoid looks. So that's the solenoid that I look at. As you can see, it says PCM 555 IAC. I don't have a part number. Somebody grinded it, no idea why. But this is the solenoid that I use. So the reason I use it like this is because it's perfect, because it's already attached to a base. And it's perfect because then otherwise the pinto will fall out. If it's a solenoid that is like a, like an IAC for like a GM, the actual solenoid is bolting into the throttle body, so I will not be able to hold it because it will throw the pinto out. So this is perfect for what I need. And that is why I use this one. And it has worked perfectly for this test. But yes, you can use a solenoid this or a solenoid for the transmission if you have one in your hand, and you can plug it in and do the same test with just a key on. Erase the fault codes. Does the fault codes disappear? Perfect. Doesn't go away. The computer is the problem. All right, guys. So I think, again, this is a lot of information that I always, as I do, like to share about wiring, connections, and so on. I have multiple videos, and I'm going to put this same video onto that playlist so you can enjoy it in there and watch all the rest of the videos if you want to. All right. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye-bye.